Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Acres Lawn Care here. I hope you're all doing well. So today we're going to be scarifying, overseeding and top dressing this lawn. And the first step we're going to start with is mowing the lawn as short as you can. And the reason why we do this is it helps when it comes to scarifying. You're not going to be tugging at any long grass, and it also allows the current grass you have to compete with the seed that you're going to be sowing. So Gaz has just started to mow, and once he's finished that, we'll then get ready to scarify. Okay, so second step now, this is scarifying. So the reason why we scarify is to remove any dead, thatch, unwanted debris from the lawn, anything that's been building up over the year. I like to scarify yearly. Some people like to scarify every other year. Some people sometimes scarify twice a year. But I think yearly is best, maybe sort of autumn time for me personally. I prefer to do it in the autumn. It's just part of my routine and scheduling for the customers unless someone says otherwise. So as you can see, there's plenty coming out there, and this is going to be perfect for if you're going to sow seed. So if you want to sow seed, if there's any bare patches in your lawn, or you just really want to lift your lawn up and give it a full overseed, then this is ideal because you're going to remove any thatch between the grass, and this is going to allow for when you sow the seed to have a good seed to soil contact. Okay, so once you've done your first pass, you're going to want to rake up all that thatch off the lawn and bag it and get rid of it, because you're going to want to go over it again, especially for this lawn. It is very thatchy, and as you can see, there's still plenty of thatch still coming out. And the reason why we do this, we go lengthways and we go widthways, you can go diagonal. This is just to make sure that those blades are getting into that thatch and get as much out as possible. Right, so next step for me is always to mow over the lawn. Once you've done your scarifying and you've raked up as much as possible, just whiz over with your lawnmower, especially if you've got a collection box, because this is going to allow you to suck up any of that last remaining debris on the lawn that you don't want, and that's going to really help when you come to sowing the seed. Okay guys, so time to start seeding. So we're using a mix of rye and fescue here. This is an 80% rye and a 20% fescue. So normally I would spread this with a drop spreader, but we're using the handheld spreader today. Usually the handheld spreader it will work for these size lawns, it just takes a little bit longer. With the drop spreader, you tend to get a better spread of seed and a nice even spread. The handheld, you just got to be a little bit more patient and just keep your eye on where you're sowing that seed. Okay, so the next step is using the Landsea Lawn Soil Spreader. So you can normally do this without one of these. You can use a shovel and just go and throw soil everywhere, or you can do little clumps of soil around and spread it out if you like. But the thing I love about this is that this isn't going to disturb the seed. So where we've spread the seed, this is just going to run over the top. So it's just going to roll over and add a nice thin layer of soil over the top of it. And that's what we're trying to achieve here. We don't want to disrupt that seed. We want to keep it in place. And this tool is going to do that. So as you can see, we start moving, and all it's doing is just spreading a nice thin layer of soil, and it's falling down in between the grass that's currently there, and it's just going to nest on top of that seed. Okay, so we've finished spreading the soil, and next I'm going to get my lawnmower, which has a roller built into it, and we're just going to run over the lawn and just sort of going to apply a bit of pressure to that soil. So this is going to allow that soil on top of the seed to nest nicely in there and allow a good seed to soil contact. And this is going to help improve germination. And also when you soak that lawn, you know that that seed's nesting in that soil and it's going to stay nice and moist as well. So this is why we do this. You can use a garden roller if you like. You can even go round and use your feet. I don't really recommend your feet. I prefer to use something which is going to be a little bit more smoother. As you can see, I'm lifting the mower here. I don't really want the wheels to disrupt any of the seed. Because it's got a split roller, it turns quite elegantly, should I say, so it's not going to really disrupt the ground below it. You might have a little bit of movement on the seed, but it shouldn't be too much. So I always recommend just going over and just sort of compacting it a little bit. We're not looking to, heavy compaction here. We're just looking to nest that seed.
Great success. This is looking quite covered in soil, but it was quite bare anyway. There wasn't much going on there. It was basically just mud, so there's loads of seed in there. So flattened it down with a mower, so we should have a nice lawn, hopefully. Fingers crossed, Gaz, eh? Fingers crossed for a nice lawn. Hey guys, thanks for watching. So I'm pretty happy with it. It was the first time I used the Landsy compost spreader, and I think that's really helped benefit. There's a couple of areas that might just need a little bit of, you know, some areas just that need a bit more seed, but this happens, you know. Thanks very much. And yeah, appreciate it. If you enjoyed this content, consider liking and subscribing, that'd be awesome. And we'll see you in the next video.